This call is now being recorded. நான் என்ன அதை பார்க்கவே இல்லையே. நாளைக்கு போட்ட ப்ரோக்ராம் என்ன போடலையே. போட்டேனா?
நீங்க தானே ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க.
எங்க இது இன்னைக்கு?
அப்ப இதுல வந்துட்டு நாளைக்கு போட்டிருக்கீங்க.
எது?
இது வேறயா? ரெண்டையும் சேர்த்து அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கீங்க. அதனால எல்லாமே
மாறி போச்சா? சரி, ஓகே, நோ ப்ராப்ளம். இப்போ ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
இது இன்னைக்கா?
சரி, விடுங்க.
நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். கேட்டாங்க, சார் மாத்தி போட்டிருக்காரு, நாளைக்கு ப்ரோக்ராமா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு.
இல்லை, இப்போ ஜாயின் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க எல்லாத்தையுமே. பாலா சார்.
ஹலோ
சார், இன்னும் உங்க ஃபேக்கல்டி வராங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்க சார்.
சார் அவங்க ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க சார். இப்போ
ஓகேங்க சார், ஓகேங்க சார். சார் ஒரு 10 மினிட்ஸ் சார், எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டோம்.
கண்டிப்பா.
ஓகே சார். சக்திவேல் சார். பாலா சார். பாலா சார். Students, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bala sir. Bala sir. Sir, shall we start, sir? Bala, sir?
So can we start?
Yes, sir. Sir, now our welcome address கொடுத்துறேங்க.
Yeah, sure.
Good afternoon to everyone here. I cordially invite Sir Bala Bala, Apple Solution Expert EDU, as a resource person for this program, App Development Awareness Program for our secondary engineering college students. Okay, I am a pleasure to invite all to make this session as a grand success. Welcome you, sir. Students, all are welcome you. Okay, thanks, sir. Now the session is going to handled by V. Bala, sir. So you carry on.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Hi, all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very warm good afternoon. So let me start with my presentation. So today we are going to see about everyone can code. So my dear friends, can you understand the topic? What does everyone can code? So I hope the chat option is enabled for you and you can unmute. So we will make this session an interactive session. Okay. So this session no need to be a monotonous one. Whatever doubts you have or anything you want to share, you are free to share. At the same time, my kind request is, if you want to share anything, please ask permission and raise your questions. And if something is not very clear to you, please wait until the end of the session and you can clarify the doubts also. And same time, if you're not interested also, please allow your friends to listen. That's my kind request. Okay. So today the session topic is everyone can code. From the topic itself, you can understand that what it means. Either you're from any discipline or background, a person who's not having any knowledge on coding or anything, not a problem at all. We believe that, and Apple believe that everyone can code. So that's what we are going to present. And this session is completely about awareness session about app development. So coders generally are known as either coders or app developers. That's it. But this session is going to give you much more awareness on this. So today, while introducing about myself, my name is Bala. So I'm an Apple solution expert with industry experience of 10 years. So how many of you are using iPhone or any products or heard about iPhone and Apple products? So the solutions on that exclusively for the education, I'm handling it. Along with me, my colleague, Mr. Tamim, who's an ICT solution specialist, is along with me, and he will be taking you through the live demo sessions for you. So we both are going to present today's session. So while directly getting into this session, you'll be having lots of questions. I don't know how many of you came with excitement, but sure most of you would have come here with lots of excitement. Lots of questions. Questions like, how many of you are having this question? Why I'm attending this session? You can raise your hands or you can comment. Why I'm attending this session? What I'm going to do in this session? What I'm going to learn in this session? Why coding? Since there came a communication, I want to be in this session, and most of you would have been here because since there is instruction from your coordinator, teacher. But some people will be having some doubts. Question: why I'm attending session? Why coding for me? And how many of you have this question? Can I become a developer? Can I develop my own application? Okay, everything is fine now. What are the job opportunities I get? What is the advantage of attending this session by related to job opportunities? Or everything is fine. I don't know coding at all. Is it easy to learn? So this next 40 minutes is going to be about this, addressing all these questions. So this 40 minutes, I am going to communicate completely on particularly addressing these questions. So this session is the answer for your career, and at the end of the session, your takeaway will be much more. And how it is organized is with all the questions, addressing to the questions. And first part, I will be addressing why this session and why app development as a career. And second, how here we would like to address how easy it is to develop an app. So it will be carried out by Mr. Tamim, and he will be live demonstrating to you. Either you are a person who have touched code, who are well expert, or else a simple person who haven't touched it. He will take you to a live demonstration. And what? Okay, everything is fine. What I'm going to get? What are the job opportunities are there for me on field? How? What is that the world is going to be tomorrow? What are the job roles are there? All this what will be answered there, and where? Everything is fine. Let me leave over the word where I can learn, where I can get a certification, where I can get a job opportunity, where how and where I can be a freelancer. All these questions will be addressed in the section where. Okay, so now let us get into the session. So the first question is, how many of you can identify these logos? Most of them. I think chat option is enabled. Can you at least open up in the chat? Just I'll check it out whether chat option is enabled. Okay, or else you can open up by unmuting yourself. So is chat option is enabled, sir? Mr. Ashok, can you kindly enable the chat option? Okay, by the meantime, we will continue the session.
Sir, ಅವರು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಅದು ಸರ್.
So now here you can see that. So let me get back on this. So from the morning when you get up from the bed, and even while you are sleeping, every day we are using these applications. Nowadays, our lifestyle is totally changed. How many times in a day you check your WhatsApp? How many days in a time? At least once you are checking your Facebook.
Sir, Bala
your
sir.
payment is happening through Paytm. Games, lots of games. Just think before 5 to 6 years before how the work life was there, how your personal life was there. Today, everything happens within your hand. The device which you have in your hand, it has changed the world. More and more, it is going to be changed. What is an app? Let me put another question. What is an app? App is nothing. It is a bigger application which is fits all the features within a small device with a miniature features. That's an application. So the worldwide, all big organizations, big companies, even government has moved towards the app because of the reachability, the ease of use. So you can consider why app is so important one. And okay, app is an important one, and I'm using it. How it is going to benefit me, or else my work life? How it is going to benefit? Can you identify these companies' logos? How many of you would like to join at least in any one of these companies, or any one of you thought about these companies? All these companies are IT-based companies. So as per the news from Indeed resource, 40% of developers, that is coders, are hired by all the IT companies. 40% of the people. And what about the next 60%? Can you identify what applications are there? This Byju's, Byju's is not an IT company, but it is a education company, EduTech. Can you identify what is Dunzo or MoneyTap, which is in the left corner? Everything are in different field. You no need to worry about your core study. Either I am a mechanical or CSC or else I'm from a BCom. No need to worry. Today, the person who knows coding, who are skilled enough in coding, can earn much more or equal to what an engineer can earn. And engineers who are, sorry, especially I call them graduates who are out of college, from engineering college, who knows coding, can earn much more and nearly 20% higher than any core subject, core field what they choose. So all the fields are putting them forward on technology. Acco is the insurance company. So a person who wants to join in a insurance-based company who knows coding, they have the both domain knowledge, at the same time they have the IT knowledge. Where they welcome more, the need is more, the fresh menu. Just think about Maya, Dunzo. So do you think this is just about development of an application? Not at all. This is development and scaling up, maintaining, and lots of things are there. The front face of today's business and today's economy, the app has turned it a different way, and it is going to turn much more in the future also. Next 10 years, the economy, worldwide economy is going to be changed upfront because of this app development. So that's the future for you. Okay. So I hope why app and why the session particularly targeted on app development and app is answered on this. So let us come. Okay, everything is fine. What I have to do? I'm not particularly mentioning about. Let us see how to do this. So the basic idea is, I hope that everyone knows Tamil, everyone knows English. So what you will do, any language, Hindi or anything, Marathi, you learn anything. If you know any language, what you will do, you used to communicate. You can write, read. The same thing. A machine language is how you can communicate with a machine. To reach there, to reach those companies' opportunities, or else either as a freelancer to be an entrepreneur on your own, you need to know at least any one of these. That's it. So you need to be an expert either in C, C++, Python, Java, like that. Any language, you make your choice. In this, being a partner of Apple, today I'm going to talk on Swift programming language. So I hope as few people would be aware of what is Swift programming language. So for the people who are unaware, let me put it simple. So Swift is the programming language for all the Apple devices. So why Swift means, I can put it in a simple way. It is easy to use, a powerful one, which is more powerful than any other language, and it is open source. So whenever the people who think about coding, they might think that coding is a serious job. You required lots and lots of dedication, and it required lots of braining. Just forget everything. Today, code is a kid's language. It's a kid's play. That's it. Today, lots of companies came forward, and kids are starting at the very young age, who are doing a second grade, 2, 3. They are learning coding. Apple, they have made Swift so fun and engaging one. If you are not having any knowledge on coding, no need to worry at all. You can start from the basics, like a game, like a play, like a puzzle. It's so fun and engaging. It's so flexible and accessible. Student can access the reading materials and other things so easily. It's so flexible. And at the same time, it is a serious code. It is very serious code. You can develop the programs and execute what you want. Your knowledge and your skill set, everything you can put together, and you can execute what you want to make it. Let me show a small demo on that, a live demo for the starters. So this is how it looks on an iPad. So one side it is a coding platform. Another side it is how it actually shows. So here you can see that there is a character called byte, and at the same time you can choose the coding from the options. So move forward, everyone knows it. What is the code? Move forward is how you communicate to a common person. Same way, when you start typing here, the character moves and it executes. So this simple it is. today coding, starting to learning coding is so simple. And to take it to a more serious programming, I welcome Mr. Tamim, my colleague. So he's an ITC solution specialist with industry experience of 6 years, and his capabilities and skill set has taken him to the question of consulting of IIT professors and many other people. So today he is here, and he will be demonstrating in developing a small application. This is for a experience for the people who are unaware, or also the people who are thinking that the coding is so tough or hard. Those people can really enjoy this session. So let me hand over the session to him.
Thank you, Bala. So, hey, hi guys. So, myself, Ali, and today I would like to give a small demo on app development. Someone want to ask some question? Okay, fine. So as Bala said, so just I want to give you a small demo, like how app creation or to make a coding, how it is very simple. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so today I want to show that presentation, like how it can be, the app development can be done in the real time. Okay, so today we are going to create a small app as we have used in our, while we are studying, or might be you people at the time of your school days, might be you senior with your parents. Today we have the smartphones, the iPhones in your hand. So we have the flashlight option, so we can on, and we are using the flashlight as a torch. So before that, we are using something like, if you want to use, in PowerCut, if you want to use some torch, then there will be an app which is known as torch. Okay, so if you tap the screen, it will turn as so the entire the letters will be get disabled, and only the light, the white light or the blue light will be get enabled, so you can use that as like a torch, right? So that's a small program or app which we have used in our old in our old smartphones, like Nokia, Samsung, like that we have used, right? So that type of small application we are going to create here, just to show you, or just create an awareness how much the coding is very simple. Okay, so just to share my screen. Okay, hope my screen is viewable to all. And so I open the application. So this is an IDE. Usually you people, mostly I think, we got some of the registrations of you people, and you are all connected with, you told you are good in learning on Python, Java, like that, some scripts you are doing already, right? So mostly I don't want to explain about the IDE. So Xcode, this is an IDE platform where you can develop all these, applications, but here especially the Xcode is meant for, the iOS app developments. Not only iOS, you can develop all the platforms of Apple, like Mac OS, tvOS, Watch, or iOS. Okay, so in this ID we are going to create a project. So let's create an app for the iOS. Let's give next, and we give a name like Touch. Okay, that's the app name which we are going to use. So the language will be Swift. So if you are going to develop in Objective-C or like that, you can change it in the future. Right? So I give next, and I will share, I will save this at particular location. Cool. So now I think we are ready, we are set, and we are ready to create our own app. So here are some general instructions on this page, which consists of, you can add your repositories if you have like like GitHub repositories, you have an account, so you can add all these stuffs here. Okay. So this session is not about explaining about the Xcode platform. So just I skip all these things. I just want to show you how it is easy to create, right? So directly I jump into the main storyboard. So the storyboard is nothing but it's like it's not a simulator screen, but it's a designing, the view screen where you can see how you can design the apps. For example, if you are creating a game, then there are some mountains with some of the characters. So where you have to place at what level, which in what place it has to stand, like that. So that you can create from here. Okay. So that's the main storyboard, and here it is the view controller. So here you are going to write your code. Fine. So these are the two options, and this asset tags where you can add the characters or any images, videos, what are the things which you want to add as an asset. So that are the things we can add from here. Okay, fine. So we don't want these tabs because we are going to create a small application now. So I hope this main storyboard, that's enough. And I don't want these screens anymore, so you can see the screen very clear. So I disable all the screens. Okay, so now it's very easy. And to write the code, I enable the assistant. Okay, from here, the assistant option. Cool. So in the left side, you are seeing the simulator, that's the view controller option, and in the right side you can able to see the coding which you are going to write. Fine. So right, so the view controller that is enabled for you. So as I told, we are going to set a basic touch app. Okay, so the agenda here is whenever you tap that app, whenever you tap your screen, at that time the screen has to get into it should get off, or else it should turn like black. Okay, that's our agenda. And then whenever again you tap the screen, then the black screen has to change to some other color. It might be a white. Okay, today we take as white and black. Okay, so let's create that. So to do that, what the function which we want to call is, we create some function. Okay, we give a name like update UI, anything, whatever you want. So we don't need any parameter, and it's not a return type. Fine. I hope you guys are mostly from CSE, and if you are not in from coding platforms, then also you can able to understand the main the plus of this Xcode platform. It's readability. Okay, just by reading itself as like a book, you can understand about the coding. Okay, that's how the Xcode has been developed. Okay, so in this body we are going to write. Okay, so what we are going to achieve is whenever we tap, the view of the background has to be changed into black, right? So what we are going to do is we type view of the background color, which has to be changed, right, to the property name is, sorry, it's white, right? So to do that, first we create a variable like, so generally whenever we switch on your mobile, so the lights are on, right? So we create a variable named light on, so that is true. Initially it was true, so that is whenever you switch on your mobile and you are opening that app, so at that time definitely your mobile lights is in on position, right? So that is known as true. Okay, we are getting that, and we want to do we want to change that variable when we clicking that, right? So what we are saying here is this light on variable, if it is true, then I want to use this variable. Sorry, I want to give this function, enable this function, right? So it has to check the view dot background color, that the view of the background color has to be get white when it is true. Okay, else if it is false, then what I say, the same view dot the background color, okay, it has to be changed black. So that's it. So I have written a function here. Okay, cool, right? So I have written a function. Now what we do, we have to create whenever we tap the screen, at that time this function has to be get called, right? So we create a button here. Okay, we have an object, so we can create plus, we can click the plus, and we can go to the button page. Okay, where it went here. Okay, this has not disabled, I think. Choose. Save this. Just give me a minute. Okay, go the objects. So now I create the button and I just drag and drop the button in my view controller. Okay, fine. So now it's there. So this button, it's the action here. So when I press this button, then at that time, this function has to be get called, right? So what I do generally here is, it's very simple here. You have to press the control and drag and drop in your control screen. Okay, so here you can get two options, the outlet and action. So outlet is the collection of options. So actions. So if you have multiple buttons, and in some games we have multiple buttons or multiple objects. So what are the objects? If the user touches, then it creates the same action, right? At that time we can create the outlet, but here it's a single button. So just we go through, we can create this as an action button, and we give some name. Okay, button pressed. Fine. We give button pressed. Okay, that's it. So automatically you can see here it created me a function. Okay, when I just connected it, it automatically created a function for me, right? If you this dot which will say which are all the buttons which has been connected with this particular function. Okay, so this is a thing which you can able to analyze easily from this IDE. Okay, and then so now we have created the function for that button. So now we want to create, like, for when the button is pressed, what are the actions which need to be performed. So first of all, this function has to be get called, right? So we call this function. Cool. So because this function is here already, we have called this. So when the button is pressed, the function has to be get called. Fine. But at the same time, this variable which has to be get toggle, right? So if it is in true, when the lights are on, it should be true, but it is an off state, then it has to go to false. Then only this function which goes for if and else, right? So we change this variable into the next condition, that is false. So here we have an option known as toggle function. So we we are getting that variable into the function which is toggle. Okay, so whenever the button is pressed, okay, so when we tap into this button, at that time, so the light has to be get toggles. That is, the variable has to be changed its position from true to false. So then it should call that function. Okay, so then this function will see whether it is an on, so it will change to white, or if it is an off, then it's changed to black, right? So that's it, guys. So we have written step of coding lines, right? Now we will simulate and check whether our our program is working or not. We can keep this button at any place. Let's keep it here. Okay, if you want to change the simulation mode, basically if you want to change for anything like iPhone 8 Plus, you can change it and you can view this in any other models like iPhone 11 or iPad. What are the models you want to see, you can see there. For this purpose, generally I go to iPhone 8 Plus, since I keep this simulator here. Okay, so that's it. I save and I run this program. Okay, the build succeeded. The simulator is running here. I hope you are seeing my simulator screen. Cool, fine. So here my app is, you can see here with my name, the torch, which has been created when I given the project name. So it has been given as my
app name. If you want to change the app icons and all, it's all, the additional features. Just we are seeing how it is easy, right? So my app is ready to work now. So I just clicking on the button. Cool. So now it's working fine, right? So, but you check in the previous models, in the previous mobiles, we are not, it's not make sense. We go and click the button at some point, then it changes the color, right? In any point of the screen you tap, then, it should change that, right? So to achieve that, what we are doing here is go here and drag this button until this entire screen. And we don't want this button anyway. We don't want the caption, right? Anywhere we click, so it will respond, right? So we dragged and drop, and we have erased the name. Fine. And also, in coding, it's a lot like how much clear you are maintaining your code. That will be very much easily readable by the other persons. Okay, if you are writing some code and then I'm coming and I'm seeing that program, so it will be easy if you are writing that code in a clear manner. So you have to write some comments for the users, or else you can make your code very clear. Okay, so instead of that, in coding we have some other things like ternary operators, because you can see here both are operating the same background color into changing the property from white to black, right? So we can achieve this from the ternary operator itself. So it will reduce the number of lines which we have written here, right? So what we are doing here basically is okay, just we erase this. Okay, and we write the ternary function. Okay, you know the ternary function, right? So the same view dot background color, so that has to be get changed according to the variable. Okay, so what has to do is, if it is true, then it has to be changed white, or else use the ternary function operator, and then if it is false, then use the black. Right? So you have been changed the 4 line of code into a single line. Okay, that's the power, and that's the power of this ternary functions, right? So that's it. So now again, let's save it and run the code. Stop and rerun it. Build the app. Okay, it succeeded. Okay, I think it works now. Perfect. Right? So let's see here again. We open it. Open. Okay, let's close the app one time. We open the app. Perfect. So it's working fine, right? So that's it, guys. So we have achieved that. So with a simple around, we have written how much lines? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So around with 4 lines with one function, we have achieved these applications and we have created, right? So just to show you how much easy to create a code and to develop an app. And in Xcode, it's very it's a name for the readability function. So you can read and you can understand what the code has been written and what is going to give the output for us. Okay, so in the function itself, you can read this and you can understand. So that's the readability of iOS. That is the readability of the Swift language in the Xcode platform. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for patiently listening this, and hope you have enjoyed. Thank you. Over to you, Bala. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamim. Now let us continue with the presentation. Okay, now let us continue with our discussion. So I hope Tamim might have communicated the basic, that is how simple it is to code and how advanced now the Swift programming language has the advantages. So the people who know coding very well, this might have communicated some kind of message. And for the people who are yet to start, I believe that completely it would have given a small idea about coding. So now let us talk about what. Okay, everything is fine. There is an app and there is a future on app. That's what we discussed. and how simple it is. That's what Tamim has explained. Now, ultimately, what it is finally for me, what it is for me, that is what the next coming session is going to be. Now, let us come across the job roles today, what the app world has. So just patiently try to read some of the job roles which is mentioned in this keynote. These are the new age job roles. Today, most of you might have heard about big data analyst. Have you ever heard about chief listening officer, algorithm developer, cloud service specialist? Apart from the word developer and coder, there are a lot more. User experience designer, UX designer, you all might have heard about it. Sustainability director, you should know these things, because it is not about a two job role, but the persons who knows or who are skilled enough in coding can reach and create new job roles, job opportunities. So just to give a flavor about what is the job roles, what are the job roles which is available in today's world, today it is called, which were not existing few years back. We thought of showing to you. So that is it. And what can I develop when I learn programming language? So by learning one language, the advantage is you can support for five platforms. You can support for Mac operating system, which runs on all Apple laptop and the all-in-one machines. And you can develop applications for all the iPad, that is iPad OS, and all the iPhone are running on iOS, and all the Apple TV. Apple TV is a box which communicates and which has lots of feature like a set-top box. So that one has OS which is called TV OS. And have you ever heard or imagined that the digital watches what you wear, they have a operating system? Yes, it has, and the future wearables are going to rule the world, because the technology advancement and the facilities what it brings, they have to have an operating system, and Apple has a platform for it, and many people are coming forward and developing lots and lots of things on the OS, watch OS. So when you learn one platform, one language, apply 5 platforms, you can develop your applications. Okay, that's fine, but you're talking about Swift and you're talking about Apple, but Android, the number of Android devices what we use is more, and in our team itself, lots of people are only using Android. So Android is a better market. That might be the myth which prevails in most of the almost with most of the people, especially Indian mindset. For this, I'm showing it. You have to understand about the landscape of the app economy. Here you can see that app downloads. So I have compared two things. One is App Store from Apple and one is Play Store from Android. Here in a year worldwide, there is 21.6 billion of application on average download is there. But in App Store, there is only 8 billion. But when you compare the revenue, what is the revenue which is generated from both? From 21.6 billion, there is only 7.7 billion. But from 8 billion, within 8 billion of apps, there is 14.2 billion of revenue in a year. In the Fortune 500 companies are the top 500 companies in the world. In that, if you rate the position of App Store alone as a separate entity, it will reach, it is there in the 64th position, replacing insurance companies. So on average, the revenue per app you can develop, because any job, any development, either a creative process or a job, it is not a free job. No one is doing any social service. So it is a revenue process. It is a revenue process. So by app, with a single app development, how much you can earn. So that's what I would like to bring to you. So either as a developer or else as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur by your own, you can make much more money than what is available on Android. So this one I would like to present on the various job roles today it is available, and what is the pay which is available for you in a year, how much you can earn. So this is the source from Indeed. This is the latest report. So different job roles based on the experience and the knowledge what they have, what people have, and the maximum 1,20,000 per annum USD. It is not. It is not in INR. INR, if you put together, it comes somewhere near 97 lakhs in a year, nearly 1 crore. So this one are the live sources. Okay, everything is fine. There is a bigger market for app development, so bigger job opportunity, and as an entrepreneur, there is an opportunity. Everything is there. Okay, but where I can get this? Where can I start? Where can I learn? I have learned it, but where can I execute it? But what is the learning skill you're learning? All these things will be answered in this where with this question. So for the people, first of all, I would like to address the people who are knowledgeable in coding. For them, if you are aware of coding, I say that please visit Apple website. Right now, there is Swift student challenges running on. So people who can develop a small program on Swift, they can go and visit and register themselves, and they can run the coding program, and they can submit the program on the site, and they can get a worldwide recognition, and Apple developer program is there. So this challenge you can accept and take it forward. So for the people who are yet to start, this is for them. So this is the takeaway for you. So lots of free resource materials are there available for you to learn, either from Apple or else from any other blogs or communities. You can learn. So this mail will reach your inbox, and you can start from there, and you can take it from there, and you can take the notes from there, and you can copy it, and you can proceed further for your coding learning career. If you think coding as a career, you can take it. So this is what we want to give it to you. There are people always who wants to try out and try on their own, and they want to proceed further in their career. For them, this is best suggested. And for the people, I want to learn code, but I want some person to guide me. I want an expert to guide me. I want the materials to be organized. I want the course to be organized. I want a worldwide recognition. For them, I direct them towards MoveUp. So MoveUp is a startup. MoveUp is a startup, Indian-based, founded by Mr. Madan. He is an Apple certified T3 trainer. He is a serial entrepreneur who has 14 years of working experience. So he runs many companies, and out of his own interest, he came forward and formed this company, especially to teach the people. I will say that this is one of the opportunities for the people really looking at a career in coding, who wants to seriously look out this as a career, because he chooses very limit. He takes only 10 people per batch. So whoever has the interest, you can reach him. We will share the details regarding the courses also. He runs 2 programs. One is Codex and another one is Codex Pro, 2 programs. So one mandatory condition is that today the Mac mission is mandatory for this. So if you're a person who is having Mac mission, or else if you want to take, they offer some schemes also. You can join them, reach them, and you can take it further. The next batch starts from 3rd May. You can take it. And to give a brief introduction even more on these guided programmers, Codex Pro is a mentorship program. So this is a one-to-one program, and here you get the industry intern. The beauty of this program is that you get an industry intern, paid intern from 3 months to 6 months. So today the biggest gap between the industry and the education is that you might be expert in a coding, that is in the institution level, but when it comes to an industry requirement, there's a big gap. You will be a fresher, but when you complete this intern, you'll be working on a real project in a MNC or else in a company which is in India. So the real projects you'll be working in, this is a real hands-on job. So that experience will be there. And the specialty of Mr. Madan is he profile you and understanding your strengths and where you have to improve all these things. He is profiling you, and that add value to your resume. And by seeing this, many companies, Zoho, Google, and many other companies pick up the students easy. And this profile is shared to the industry also. His certificate is valid. So from that, the job connectivity also happens. So two advantage of this program is that you get your intern program, paid intern program, and before end of your course, the job will be in your hand. So those things are there. And for beginners who want to start their career, he is running a beautiful course called Codex, 24 hours program. From here, you can learn the foundations of the program. This is also we suggest. So here are the few highlights about the course. So all the sessions are going to be live sessions, and there's an online session, and unlimited access is going to be there. And whatever you develop is going to be real live app applications. Real app applications means the applications will be working. It is not a mission-based project alone. Really, you will be developing it. That's the thing. And all the digital materials and sample ad codes will be there. And the guidance will be from the industry expert. That is, teaching from a teacher and industry expert is a difference there. So from industry experts, you will be getting the guides, and community support is there. And apart from all the things, the device support if you require, and the course, everything is available in no cost EMI. So whatever you want to pay, you can pay an EMI with no other cost. So these are the highlights of that course. So people who are interested, who want to start their career, they can start from here. And after all this, so the objective of this session was to bring an awareness on coding and to show you some direction where some self-learning materials are available, where some guided courses are available, where some challenges are available, where you can participate and you can prove yourself, all these things. If you think coding is for you, you can scan this, and parallelly a link is shared on your chat. Just a minute, I think that thing is yet to be shared. So in this link, please fill up your details. That is, whoever want a free resource material, and whoever want the details of the program, or you want a career guidance on coding, you can talk to a specialist for 10 minutes. So this is completely on coding. Who would like to talk to the expert, you can schedule the timing and you can take it forward. Okay, so this will be available for 2 days, and you can make use of this opportunity. Okay, so now let us open for the question and answer session. So we are available here. What doubts you have, you can ask it. For the things which we know, we will answer it and we'll try to guide you better. For the things we are yet to learn, that learning from you all, sure, but we'll come back with the answers. Okay, so let's take it forward. So right now the link is available in your chat box. Please click on the link and you can share your details. So any questions now? Either you can use the chat option, or else you can unmute yourself and you can ask it. We are available here.
Students, if you have any
I
questions,
request students to come forward for any questions if you have. Or else you can share your feedback on the session, on the keynote, or else on the presentation.
Vinita Sri. Vinita Sri.
Is that audible?
Ma, Vinita Sri. Yeah, give your moral feedback, ma.
Okay, sir.
So for people who haven't taken a snapshot of barcode, I will show it once again. But meantime, you can ask your doubts and you can share your feedback.
Huh?
Give a feedback.
Very good afternoon to
Sir,
one
I
and all
have
present here.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Sir, there is a lot of platforms to learn the codings. Sir, examples, YouTubes and websites, sir. If
Yes.
any certification is compulsory for placement, sir.
I'm from industry and I have lots of requirements for the developers also. Uh, uh, my brother, what I will say is like for any other job things, certifications is just a gateway. It doesn't going to prove anything. But today you have to prove that you know coding. If better than certifications, how I take people for my projects or how I refer for projects is that something you have developed. Today, app development really it is a kids play. So if either as a single person or else as a community along with your friends or small group, if you would have developed some kind of application means without any questions, really people are picking up candidates. Today, what is the biggest gap? That is people with knowledge on coding are available, but skilled people are not available. Today, you all please try one thing. Go to any job search website and you try that app developer, coder, or architect, app development architect, solution architect, like that you take. There are lots of jobs are there, but all of them are asking minimum 3 years of experience. Minimum 3 years of experience. So that experience, real-time experience only, it is offered in a guided program. So I will suggest that recommend that please don't go for just a certification program. That's why I'm recommending or showing direction towards the people who is certified by Apple and who is giving such kind of program. Okay,
Thank
certification
you so much, sir.
doesn't going to add value. So I hope this is not only a question for him. This would have been the question in most of your mind. So any other questions? And I would also like to explain why we are doing this session. See, Apple rolled out a contest, that is Apple Swift program, Swift Student Challenge, which I showed you just 5 minutes back. When I went with this program to colleges, most of the colleges, actually the HODs welcomed it, principals welcomed it, but when we went to the students, the result was not even as we expected. The result was only 2 to 3%. We understood that the awareness on Swift programming is very less, and the competent people who develop the application at the student level are very less. So that's the main purpose of bringing an awareness session to you all. I hope that by doing this, continuously doing this, by next year when the next program is rolled out, few people will be there, at least 1 or 2 will be there, and year by year that will be increased. So that's the main concept. Any question? And also we have asked for a 5 to 10 minute session. By this clicking on this link itself, you can check that. You can take an individual one-to-one session, all that is a consulting session also. So it's 3-2. We started around 2-5, so we can end by 3-5. So before that, any questions are there, you can ask.
If any other questions or feedback?
Most of them are done. So in this time, I would like to especially thank HOD of CS department, Shakti Will sir, for making all the efforts and giving us an opportunity to connect with you all. And I especially thank Mr. Arvind also to connecting this. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you both.
Bala sir?
So yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. With this vote of thanks, we will conclude this session, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, I propose vote of thanks, sir. Students and participants, very good afternoon to all. On behalf of management, principal, and Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and my own behalf, I extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Bala sir and Damim sir and Grishma ma'am for their wonderful awareness session on app developments. This program will create a spark on the students' mind about app development, and it's essential in future. Once again, and thanks to all the resource persons, and I extend my sincere thanks to all the participants for attending this session. And this program, in future Swift Student Challenge program is a contest is going to be conducted by Apple iPhone company on behalf of Datalogics as part of Apple Worldwide Developer Conference from June 7 to 11. I expect the participants of this program can learn about the coding of mobile development coding, and I expect participants can participate in this students Swift Challenge program. Once again, I thanks all the participants for attending this session. Thank you. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all students. See you. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Students, thank you. Thanks to all the participants.